Good afternoon, friends. It is Tuesday, the last day of May, May 31st, 2022. Hopefully everybody had a great Memorial Day weekend. I know I did. Got together with family and friends and just a whole myriad of activity, both indoor and outdoor, a lot outdoor. Got to go out to the lake yesterday. To visit with family there as well, and just a wonderful, wonderful weekend. So I hope everybody else had a chance to enjoy. Hopefully it was a long weekend. I actually interspersed some work over the weekend, and here we are Tuesday, and I do work from home as an online entrepreneur. My picture is supposed to be up here in the corner, but it's not there. But anyhow, by way of introduction, I am David Pyro. I am an online entrepreneur. I go live as requested by my coach. I go live about once a week. And by somewhat popular demand through recent inquiries and just some things that have crossed my desk, I pulled out a presentation, not brand new, but really not that old. It's called What Your Doctor Wasn't Taught in Med School About Nutrition That You Need to Know. And today we're going to do session 2. We did session 1, which is up at my fan page, and that's where we're going live now on the business page. Some people call them a fan page, call it what you like, but that's where we are now. We're live, and they're always there. Some of them I turn into blogs, which I may do here, and then it becomes a web property of mine forever. One thing you can do is, once again, my name is David Pyro, online entrepreneur, and I did create a hub site, which is quite simply davidpyro.com for all my services, all my products, and information that I enjoy sharing with those who want this kind of information. But anyhow, we'll jump right into the program here today. What your doctor wasn't taught in med school about nutrition that you need to know, session 2. Okay. But just as a quick recap, what we went over last week in session 1 was we covered the truth revealed, why physicians are disease and drug oriented. They're taught why you may not want to rely on your doctor alone for nutritional guidance, as their training is very limited in nutrition. The story of a remarkable health turnaround and what she used to heal. A doctor's wife had tremendous results using vitamins and supplements to turn her health around when she had fibromyalgia. And the shocking stats that helped to convert a supplement skeptic doctor. This was a doctor who was totally against supplements, and he turned into a believer. So we told that story last week, as well as the importance of supplementing with protein and amino acids, the importance of healthy flora for good digestion and better health, and the gut-mind connection, and telomeres, what they are and why they matter, that can indicate how old you really are, and Shaklee's Life Strip and why it's so special. So, and I do have a link that I will post right below this entry into my Facebook fan page. So if you stay till the end of the webinar, you can download an ebook. It's a free download, and then you will have this information ongoing. You can always go back to my fan page and watch it again, share it with friends, family, and coworkers. And then, of course, you will have access. You can download my ebook for free, What Your Doctor Wasn't Taught in Med School About Nutrition That You Need to Know. So stick around to the end and you get that free ebook. Less than 6% of doctors get formal training in nutrition. It may shock you to discover that so few graduating physicians receive any formal training in nutrition and supplementation. I'm not trying to beat up on doctors, I'm not, but I do want to help people realize that their doctor's advice isn't always up to date when it comes to nutrition and vitamin supplements. So Who do you turn to when you want to protect your health? I recommend you get educated on the basics of nutrition and supplementation. Don't rely solely on your doctor who wasn't trained in nutrition. Physicians are disease-oriented. I have the utmost respect for doctors and their incredible amount of knowledge, but remember, your doctor was trained to attack disease using mainly drugs and surgery. Those are the two biggest tools at their disposal. And if they don't recommend drugs or perform a surgery, they feel like they're not helping you. And nutrition does take time. So they're not always open to saying, hey, well, if you start taking a bunch of multivitamins, protein supplements, and whatnot, over time, your health will improve. But the reality is you didn't get sick overnight. Your negative issues just didn't show up. They usually take time. And so reversing that takes time too. So it's not fair to expect them to be as knowledgeable about nutrition and vitamins as they are about drugs. They're trained in drugs and surgery and drug therapy and really symptom management. So the challenge for many people is having a doctor who has the same attitude as Dr. Ray Strand had before he converted and wrote his book. What your doctor doesn't know about nutrition medicine may be killing you. So Dr. Strand wrote that book, and what your doctor wasn't taught about nutrition in med school, the title of our little thing, is kind of a spin-off from what the story of Dr. Strand and his wife. As a doctor, he felt helpless to help his wife, who had fibromyalgia, but the story did have a happy ending using supplementation. So if your doctor feels like he did, you'll have few options other than drugs and surgery. Once again, they're two main tools in their toolbox for helping patients. Now, I'm not knocking the amazing power of modern drugs and surgery. I always say there's a time and a place for drugs, for medication, but it's not every day, all the time, and forever, which kind of we get roped into. They keep bringing you back to where you got to keep taking it to stay healthy, but you can move up the health timeline and move into positive territory with supplementation and a few other strategies. But anyhow, drugs do have their time and their places, but it's not every day, all the time, and forever. However, your body was designed to heal itself. If given the right nutrients and resources, drugs and surgery should be the last options, not the first and only options, as sometimes they're introduced that way. So when his patients brought their bottles of supplements into the office and asked if he believed taking vitamins produced any health benefits, he'd wrinkle his brow, and with his most astute professional expression, he would carefully examine the labels. Handing the bottles back, he'd say that the stuff was absolutely no use at all. This is what Dr. Strand used to say until his wife's situation came up. The truth, he now admits, was that he knew next to nothing about nutrition or nutritional supplementation. Thus, that's why he gave that answer. In medical school, he had not received any significant instruction on the subject. He'd use all the patented answers when his patients asked about vitamins. They're just snake. Vitamins just make expensive urine. You can get all the required nutrients by eating the right foods. Maybe you've even heard some of these same out-of-date comments from your doctor. For the first 23 years of his clinical practice, he simply did not believe in nutritional supplements. So have you ever heard these out-of-date comments from your doctor or a medical professional? I'm going to guess that most people have heard similar comments from medical professionals. His change of heart started after he met and married his wife, Liz. She had some health problems, but Liz honestly thought that if she married a physician, her health would improve. Was she ever wrong? Most moms with little children are tired, but Liz seemed unusually fatigued. Although she was only 30 years old, she told him she felt 60. As the years passed, she developed more symptoms and health problems that required several medications. By their 10th anniversary, Liz was so tired that most of the time she labored to put one foot ahead of the other. She experienced continual total body pain, overwhelming fatigue, horrible allergies and recurrent sinus and lung infections. Finally, after testing and evaluation, Liz doctors diagnosed her problem as fibromyalgia. This medical condition involves an array of symptoms, the worst being chronic pain and fatigue. Since fibromyalgia has no cure, all Dr. Strand could do to ease Liz's symptoms was load her up with medication. He had her taking amitriptyline at night for sleep, anti-inflammatories for pain, muscle relaxants, inhalers for her asthma and hay fever, Seldate for allergies, and eventually weekly allergy shots. I got allergy shots from the time I was in 7th grade until my senior year in high school. So I guess that would be about 5 years. And I didn't know it, but I got on a high-end protein supplement, which I now recommend to people, as well as a multivitamin. And I built my immune system and I overcame my allergies. And the technical word for allergies in medical terminology is an incomplete response of the immune system. So there's 3 things you can do. You can take drugs and medication, over-the-counter prescription medication for allergies. You can avoid that which you're allergic to if you can find out what you're allergic to and then ultimately avoid it. The third thing you can do is build your immune system, because it is an incomplete response of the immune system, meaning your immune system is not strong enough to overcome the reactions to some of the things, the ingredients, the stuff that you're allergic to. So the long-term solution, which people don't like long-term, is to build up your immune system to overcome your allergies, which does work, and it worked in my case. And I didn't even know that when I started to take the protein and the multivite and maybe a sprinkling of other vitamins, that I was building my immune system. Thus, my allergies eventually dissipated over time. But in spite of his efforts and all this medicine, year after year, her health gradually worsened. Although he maintained his professional exterior, on the inside, Dr. Strand was growing desperate. He visited several times with the pulmonologist and the infectious disease specialist. They assured him they were doing everything possible. About this time, a friend of the family shared with Liz that her husband had also had pneumonia and experienced significant fatigue during the recovery. He took some nutritional supplements and they had helped him regain his strength. Liz was aware of her husband's negative attitude toward vitamin supplements, so Liz knew she would need his blessing before trying. When she asked, even she was surprised at his response. Honey, you can try anything you want. We doctors certainly are not doing you any good. So her friend brought a collection of vitamin supplements to their house the next day. Liz eagerly swallowed them and downed 2 health drinks as well. To his amazement, within 3 days, she obviously felt better. After 3 weeks of faithfully swallowing many tablets and consuming those strange-looking drinks, Liz felt so good that she stopped taking the steroids and nebulizer treatment. Pretty interesting. 3 months passed, all bringing gradual improvement, and Liz never looked back. And she was stronger than she had been in years and exuded a renewed outlook on life. He saw the sparkle in her eyes when she returned from training and caring for her horses. She was also no longer afraid of suffering from allergic reactions to the hay, mold, and dust. But speaking of the sparkling in her eyes, as a very young individual who had a blood disorder that wasn't really getting any better, I mean, I had a blood disorder as I was an 18, 19-year-old. And I was introduced to a line of supplements that they said were guaranteed, and if I took them, I'd feel better. Well, a year after I got out of the hospital with 90% of my blood cells being dead, I was still struggling with energy, acne. I was very, once again, lethargic. And I was only like 18 or 19, and I thought, this is not what the good Lord would want anyone to live like, but especially an 18 or a 19-year-old. So I started taking a protein supplement, as the girl mentioned, these crazy drinks. And um, and anyhow, a friend of mine who I was just a friendly acquaintance, she had left to go to the West Coast. She went to San Fran, one of those bays, not Half Moon. I don't know, one of those real beautiful bays out there. Um, which one was it? One where they have the golf tournament. I guess the Pebble Beach area. Anyhow, Linda went out there, and I had just known her a couple of weeks. But when she came back a month later, and I started taking the supplements at about the same time she left for an extended, month vacation with her family, she came back a month later, and then we ran into each other. She used to come to where I worked to do business, but we became friends. And she asked me what I was doing. And I said, "What do you mean, what am I doing?" And she said, "I see a sparkle in your eye that I didn't see when I left a month ago." And I did tell her, I said, "Well, I started a nutrition program. I'm taking a multivitamin and a protein supplement, and I'm starting to get more energy." So with her endorsement, or, her little thing of saying she saw a sparkle in my eye, it encouraged me to continue with my supplement program. And the rest, they say, is history, because to this day, I still take that protein supplement. I still take the multivitamin. But that's my little story. But I had to just kind of interject that there, because it was the sparkle in my eyes that Linda noticed that encouraged me to continue, made me know that I was onto something. So something was happening from the inside out and also from the outside in. So anyhow, that's my little story as how I got started. Because once again, I was lethargic, no energy, poor complexion, my hair was unhealthy. And at 19 years old, that's just not the way the good Lord would want a 19-year-old to live, or anybody for that matter. So I became proactive in my health. I got on this wellness kick, and I continued to learn and educate myself. And now I have a platform, this YFP platform, where I can share good information about health and nutrition that you need to know that your doctor wasn't taught in med school. So we'll move on with the presentation. Thanks for allowing me to give my own little personal testimony there. That is my story. It's true, and I'm sticking to it. So Dr. Strand wasn't yet sure whether her dramatic health recovery was a miracle of God or was the work of her nutritional medicine. Might have been both. So he decided to do his own research. He wanted to get to the bottom of it and embark on an in-depth study into supplementation. Let's look into what he discovered. The importance of supplementing with protein and essential amino acids. Protein, the most sacred of all nutrients, is a vital component of our bodies. Protein, in one of the original languages, Greek or Latin, means prontos in the first place, comes first. Protein, very, very important. They function as enzymes, hormones, structural tissue, and transport molecules, all of which make life possible. 9 amino acids are needed for making our tissue proteins, and they must be provided by the food we eat. Your body cannot produce them. They are called the essential because our bodies cannot make them. 95% of your cell structure is protein. It requires a good supply to make repairs and build new cells. Without protein, there would be no cells. Without protein, there would be no body. The protein is the cell rebuilder. Unfortunately, one of the challenges today is getting a quality protein without too much fat, which still has some enzyme activity, enzymatic activity. You must not only consider the quality of protein you eat, the quality of the protein you eat, but you must give careful consideration to its quality. So it's not always quantity, but it is the quality. So protein that does not provide all of the amino acids may weaken your body structure by failing to do the complete job. What are amino acids? They're really the building blocks of nature. This is why the ancient Greeks gave this substance the name protos, meaning takes first place. As I said earlier, I thought the word was prontos. Protos, in the first place, takes first place, which protein does, especially in the body. This is a key reason using a high-quality protein supplement makes sense. You may not realize this, but we lose a lot of the quality in our protein from processing, refining, chemicalization, and overcooking. Once they've been altered to the point which coagulates, hydrolyzes, or otherwise induces chemical change in the protein matter, the enzymatic activity is lost. We get the full impact of such a statement when we realize that the enzymatic activity is completely destroyed at a temperature of about 130 degrees, which is far below the boiling. So when we cook meat, we're actually losing that enzyme activity. I cannot emphasize this point too strongly. Your life depends on enzymatic activity. The importance of healthy flora for digestion and health. So anyhow, that takes the protein. And once again, I started on a protein supplement many, many years ago. I'm 67. I think I started when I was 19. So, is that 40 years? I don't know. You do the math. You have more bacteria in your body than you have cells. Nearly 100 trillion bacteria, fungi, viruses, and other microorganisms compose your body's microflora, and advancing science has made it quite clear that these organisms play a major role in both your physical and your mental health. There is a big gut-mind connection. So the healthier your gut, by getting this healthy bacteria in there, the better your mental outlook and your cognitive thinking can improve as well. So there is a big mind-gut connection. We did a whole program just on that one time. All the intestinal microflora are part of your immune system, and about 80% of it originates in your gut. With such a large concentration of bacteria in our bodies, it's logical that we depend on them for health. Absolute microorganisms living within our bodies may be either probiotic, pathobiotic, eubiotic. A probiotic is a microorganism living within the body while contributing positively to the body's health. Probiotic. These friendly bacteria are also called intestinal flora, meaning healthful. Pathobiotic is a microorganism that harms or impedes the body in one way or another. Eubiotics can be either harmful or helpful to the body depending upon their colony size and location. Probiotics were first discovered in the early 1900s by a scientist named Metchnikoff. Probiotic means for life. Probiotic colonies work with the body's internal immune system to organize strategies that prevent toxins and pathogenic microorganisms from harming the body. The quantity and content of our probiotic population can make a difference between those who are easily sickened and overwhelmed by viral, bacterial, or fungal infections, and those who are able to repel infection and stay healthy. So a lot of it has to do with your probiotic population within your digestive tract. Probiotics can also quickly identify harmful bacteria or fungal overgrowths and work directly to eradicate them. Within these intestines, probiotic attach to and dwell in between the villi and the microvilli. This allows them to not only keep pathogenic bacteria from infecting those cells, it also allows them to monitor the size of food molecules going to the intestinal wall for absorption. This helps prevent the body from absorbing molecules that are too large or haven't broken down sufficiently, all part of the digestion process. For many people, they will be able to drink milk or eat nuts or breads for many years. Then suddenly they become allergic or sensitive to the food. Why? Larger proteins from these foods are being allowed into the bloodstream. Studies have confirmed that probiotics can reverse the problem, effectively reducing allergies and intestinal permeability. Probiotics are also called friendly because they help us digest food and they secrete beneficial nutritional products, all part of the healthy digestion. Amazingly, probiotics are also a good source of a number of essential nutrients. They can manufacture biotin, thiamine B1, riboflavin, which is B2, niacin, B3, pantothenic acid, B5, pyridoxine, B6, and B12, folic acid, vitamin A, and vitamin K, all within probiotics. Probiotics are also critical for nutrient absorption. Probiotics also assist in persistence, which is the rhythmic motion of the digestive tract, the relaxing and contracting. That's how things move through. They also produce antifungal substances which counteract the growth of not so friendly yeast, not so friendly bacteria. Probiotics can also create compounds that scavenge free radicals, helping with oxidative stress, big problem of negative issues in this country and other countries too. If all this wasn't enough, probiotics are instrumental in slowing cellular degeneration and the diseases associated with them. And they can also prevent LDL cholesterol from being released back into the bloodstream, another problem that causes negative issues. With all our worries about bacteria and cleanliness, it turns out some bacteria are our friends. Researchers have discovered numerous benefits of probiotic supplementation. Intestinal infections from Salmonella E. coli, Listeria, and other infections have been treated successfully with probiotics. Unfortunately, most diets don't include enough fermented foods. This is why it's recommended to take a probiotic supplement. Good bacteria, also known as probiotics, have been shown to improve and aid digestion, just as we already spoke. Calm irritable bowel syndrome. Digestion and elimination is one big major problem in the US. People don't want to talk about it because it's a messy subject and they think they're the only ones that have it. The reality is it is a big, big, big problem in America because we eat too many processed foods. But anyhow, help heal a leaky gut. Some of you heard about the leaky gut. Okay, it can help boost the immune system, thus preventing allergies or helping you build your immune system. Allergies go away, as in Liz's case, Dr. Strand's wife. And as I mentioned earlier, by having the good bacteria, it also improves brain function. There's a direct correlation. We did a whole program on the brain-gut connection. So it does improve brain function by having a healthy gut. So good bacteria, also known as probiotics, have been shown to counteract inflammation and control the growth of disease-causing bacteria, produce vitamins, absorb minerals, and eliminate toxins, control asthma and reduce risks of allergy, as we mentioned, benefit your mood and mental health, okay, and it can help to normalize your weight. Wow, what benefits to taking prebiotic or probiotic. Optimizing your digestive flora could be one of your most important disease prevention strategies. It is. We had Dr. Irons, who lived to be 100, married a younger woman, and fathered a child well into his 90s. And his whole premise was, if you keep the plumbing, if you eliminate, elimination is so important. It can lead to longer lives. You got to take the garbage out. What would your kitchen smell like if you never took the garbage out? It would just permeate the odor. So having healthy digestion and correct and proper elimination, and its travel time from the time we eat it till the time we eliminate it should only be 24 to 36 hours. And in America, we're told that travel time is almost always around 72 hours. So it stays in your body too long, it gets putrid, and then that it gets absorbed into the weakest part of your body, causing negative issues. So elimination is of the utmost importance. Once again, it's quote unquote a messy subject. Nobody wants to talk about it, and everybody thinks they're the only one with that product. But little do they know that many, 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 many Americans suffer from these kind of elimination problems. So now you may be wondering, which supplements can you trust and have been proven by science Shaklee has purity standards that are some of the toughest in the nutrition industry, and Shaklee scientists have published 125 scientific papers, which is unmatched in the industry. Shaklee's foundation regimens, Shaklee offers 3 great plans for core nutritional support. The vitalizing plan, which would be like the gold medal plan. It has everything. Then you have the premier pack. It's just scaled down a wee little bit from the vitalizing plan. And anyhow, we have a lot of programs, and based on your budget and your willingness and your determination to get healthier, you pick the plan that's right for you on all fronts, budget, need, and so on down the line. I started out with the basic program. I have graduated over time. I educated myself. I learned more and found out the benefits of doing a few more supplements. But I've been around a long time in the supplement industry. I have 40 some years of experience, life experience. So we bring in the experts to teach us what we don't know and what we want to learn. So we don't have to be experts to do this business. We bring in the experts who teach and give us the content we need to give out good information so that people can make an educated decision. And when it comes to being proactive about your own health. So anyhow, we do believe firmly that prevention, and we do statistically, we know that prevention will always be less expensive than treating a disease. So being proactive, taking some sensible supplementation can go a long way in building your health, maintaining your health, and preventing negative issues. And I've been, how easy I said that? Because I've been saying it for a long time. So last week we covered the Life Shake. This week I'd like to review Shaklee's Life Strip. That's it. Shaklee's Life Strip features Vivix, Omega Guard, which is the purified fish oil. When it comes to fish oil, purification is the best thing. Shaklee does a triple distillation of the omega, so it's ultimately extremely as pure as possible. The Vivix is antioxidants that can help reverse the visible signs of aging from the inside out. The Vital E is a multivitamin that I think we use 32 different vegetables and fruits to create the Vital E. And then we have a BC complex for extra vitamins that you don't store, that science has showed a great need for these 2 vitamins. And so we'll start with the Vivix. That's liquid gels to slow aging at the cellular level. So it can help you look younger from the inside out. This offers a patented blend of a broad spectrum of polyphenols with key ingredients showed in laboratory studies to protect and repair DNA and to combat the free radicals, which are always the beginning of negative issues, including cancer. So this is almost a cancer prevention. We have some other vitamins that can act as a cancer prevention as well, being the alfalfa tablet, because it keeps your blood sugar pH, your bloodstream pH balance. And when you more are on the alkaline, cancer can't grow in alkaline pH, but it can grow quite rapidly when you're more aciduous. So the alfalfa helps with cancer prevention, as does the Vivix, just a little added note. So the Omega Guard Plus for health, heart, and brain health. These are sourced from wild Alaskan polyp, clean, pure, way out in the middle of the ocean, and combined with heart healthy coenzyme Q10 and vitamin E in an enteric coated soft gel to eliminate fishy aftertaste or burp. I think we're even working harder to eliminate the burping of the fish oil. It doesn't happen to me. I've been taking it so long, but sometimes new people can burp it up. But I understand that our company, Shaklee, is doing even more to eliminate the fishy aftertaste and burps. So good luck with that. But I mean, you know, I don't get it, and I take a lot of fish oil. Vital E for complete nutrition, bone and joint, dissolves in less than 30 minutes in the stomach and is designed to enhance absorption of folic acid from patented microcoating. It also includes heart healthy CoQ10, vitamin E, all in your multivitamin, 32 different plants and vegetables, picked at the peak of perfection, tested for purity and contaminants and pesticides and fungicides. None of that's in ours. Gets tested every step of the way, from the soil to the ground, gets tested way beyond anything you could even imagine. More testing on our products than probably the next, I think we're told 5 or 6 companies combined. So anyhow, B and C complex for immune health and energy, shown in clinical studies to provide up to 198% greater absorption of the B vitamins over 12 hours. B will help you convert the food that you do eat into energy more effectively. So B complex actually makes you feel like you have more energy. It's not energy in of itself, but it helps convert the food into energy more effectively. B also helps with mood swings and mental outlook. B is just a wonderful, wonderful product that helps reduce stress, or I would say it helps reduce stress, but it helps you deal with stress better. Is there proof that Shaklee supplements work? Well, Dr. Elizabeth Blackburn, who is a member of Shaklee Scientific Board Advisor, she wasn't always, was awarded the 2000 Nobel Peace Prize for Medicine for the discovery of the enzymes that lengthens telomeres and protects chromosomes. She did another big study, but anyhow, the telomere was actually a little bit newer than her original study. But anyhow, over time, our telomeres gradually become shorter, and telomere length is thought to be a marker of overall health and longevity. Shaklee conducted a telomere study that compared people using Shaklee supplements for at least 5 years to healthy non-smokers living in the San Francisco Bay Area. And it showed that the rate of telomere shortening in Shaklee users was 40% lower than the health control group. A statistical analysis projects that an 80-year-old Shaklee user would have the same telomere length as a 41-year-old. So go figure, huh? Shaklee products work? Make your tomorrow amazing with one of Shaklee's nutritional systems, the Vitalizing Plan, Life Plan, or the Essential Plan. And we can custom a plan that fits your needs and your budget. Please visit my online shop to get yours today. I'm just going. Where you can find my online shop is simply where all my products and services are, and all my content, my information on health building strategies and information that can help you become more healthy. You go to davidpyro.com, simply my name, David Pyro. We spell Pyro with an I, so it's DAVIDPIRO.com, davidpyro.com, and then you would hit the shop. It's a button up in the right corner, and then that gives you my online shop. So there you go. So you can friend me on Facebook. This will be up on my fan page. That's where we're going live. So become my friend or like my fan page. That's the David Pyro page. I do have if you search groups, we have the David Pyro Circle of Wellness. You can join my group. Yeah, so you can even just search David Pyro. My group will come up. It's called David Pyro Circle of Wellness. That's on Facebook under groups. And we're just going to move how to find my hub site is, once again, my source. This is the hub. This is where everything flows from and to and out of is my hub site, which is simply davidpyro.com. You can call me. I'll give you my phone number, 814-243-5765, area code 814-243-5765. You can call or text me anytime. And in next week's session, you'll learn the importance of antioxidants and the prevention of free radical damage, the importance of vitamin C and why it's so vital for your health, the vitalizing plant and why its delivery system makes it so effective. Okay, I'm going to post the link right under. This will be up on, it is, and you might be viewing me live, but you can go to my fan page at any time, and then I am going to post a link to the free. Thanks for staying to the end. I hope this information can prove vital, prove valuable for you as we all move forward together. Once again, prevention will always be less expensive than treating a disease. good, wholesome, pure nutrition can turn people's lives around. And we have thousands and thousands and thousands of testimonies. So that's it for today. Take care. God bless. And bye for now.
I'm an icon, man. And my girl about a 10. I should fuck her in the Benz.